Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Right now it is good afternoon, almost good evening here, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm checking something out before we start. Okay. We do have an active tornado warning, so let's go ahead and start on this. It's going to be for areas in Tyler County, Spronger, and Fred. You guys need to be in your safe place. Hillister, you guys can come into your tornado safe place. You guys are no longer under the gun. Yes, we are going to be doing Hurricane Melissa. Sorry, I have not been live covering that. I have been at school, so I physically have not been able to cover that today. I left my glass over there. Give me 1 second, guys. We start off streams very horribly, apparently. I can't see the analyze. Alright, got the water. So we shouldn't have to worry about that again. Alrighty. This is a very impressive supercell. We do have a 5% tornado risk with a tornado watch. We'll go ahead and show that in just a few minutes. Let me pull up that tornado watch for you guys. Here's your tornado warning. Red's moving away. Green's moving towards. Right in the center is your tornadic rotation. Why? Oh, okay, I did sign out of Twitter. Give me 1 second. Nice. Sorry, I had to reset my password on Twitter. Which is where I believe some of the best tornado watch graphics are. So give me 1 second to pull this up. It's going to be right there. This is going to be to the southwest of Fred. Alright, here's that tornado watch for you guys. This does go from Shreveport to Port Arthur to the Gulf of Mexico. This does not include downtown Houston. This may clip parts of East Houston because it is highlighted. Nacogdoches, Alexandria, Shreveport, Longview, Henderson, Nacogdoches, Lufkin, Jasper, DeRitter, Lake Charles, Silsbee, Dayton. You guys are under this tornado watch as well. This tornado watch goes until 10 p.m. And this does pretty much cover that 2% tornado risk that is highlighted by the Storm Prediction Center. Let me pull that up. And while we are there, we're going to pull up the sorry about the dogs barking. There's horses that do not belong in my yard. And nothing we can do about it legally, apparently. So, excuse the barking. Just hoping they chase them off. This is your tornado threat here. Your green is the 2%. That extends from Houston. Houston, you are probably not going to have a tornado today. We do have tight rotation on Corey Gherkin's stream. I do not have permission to show him, but there's that. Lake Charles, Beaumont, Galveston, Nacogdoches. I don't know how to pronounce that. This is where Google Translate comes into play. So I can hear the pronunciation. Nice. Give me 1 second, guys, so I can see how to say this. Natchitoches, nice. Natchitoches, Colfax, Alexandria. On south, this is a 5% tornado risk. A few tornadoes are possible. And we have a funnel. Alright, let's, while we're here, take a look at Melissa, which is a Category 4. If you guys have been following my Twitter or Instagram, you guys have been getting constant updates while I was at school. Your eye is located right in this area here. It is closed off. It is no longer dry. I do believe when we see it get about right here, that eye comes back and dries out. So that's what Melissa is doing. Melissa has ravaged parts of Jamaica. We have a brand new tornado warning, so let's go and take a look at that. This is going to be an extension. So an extension to your tornado warning. Fred, you are still under this tornado warning until 5:15. Tyler, Hardin, and Jasper counties in southeastern Texas. Now this will thankfully stay mostly over rural areas, but they did extend that tornado warning. Spurger, you guys can come out of your tornado safe place. That tornado rotation is going to stay to your south, way farther south, so you guys can come out of your tornado safe place now. I, for a second, thought I forgot to mute my mic. That was a little scary. I'm half tempted to go get my school Chromebook and monitor Melissa through that. We do have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. Let me switch to CAPO radar really quickly. This one looks decent. The environment today is actually very decent. We'll go ahead and show that really quickly. Mesoanalysis. I'll take the downstream. I'm gonna go Texas, Louisiana border. About right in this area. That's where I'm gonna take this. Right there. This is SPC mesoanalysis from the 21Z wrap model. We have decent curvature here. Actually, really decent curvature in your lower levels. So you've got that shear in place. And if we take a look at this QT map, we have some pretty decent cape here. Pretty decent cape there. Your red line is the temperature within the parcel. Your green line is the dew point. And the dashed line is also the temperature. Point values. Mixed layer cape is at 999 joules per kilogram. While your downdraft cape, or D cape, is at 808. Your downdrafts are not going to be as strong. Lapse rates around 7.3 near 0 to 3, and then they're 700 to 500 millibars at 6.1. Decent. And I want to take a look at... That is your greatest chance of tornadoes right there. That is as of now. But let's go back to radar. To this storm where I do believe I want to switch over to Shreveport, see if it's coming in clearer. Okay, it's mildly decent, I guess. Some tornadic rotation about 4,000 feet up in the air. Just under 5,000 feet. That is the storm Corey Gherkin is on. Corey Gherkin. Wow, I just butchered that like crazy. That's the storm he's on. They did cancel that tornado warning for this area here. Hillister, you guys are fine. They're also watching these cells up here for tornadic potential, but these are, this is the cell I am mostly worried about that is not tornado warned. And then with your tornado warned cell down here near Fred. I'm going to play a radar loop for you guys. Dramatic rotation's right here. A very weak rotation. That also matches up somewhat with reflectivity. So, this tornado warning will go until 5:15, excuse me. Excuse me, guys. At 4:39, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over Fred, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and get a storm track on this. I do believe we see another rotation start to form off on your side here while this one dies. Excuse me. In about 15 minutes, we're going to be crossing into Jasper County. Within the next 5 minutes, we'll be going into Hardin County. Buna and about Buna or Buna at around and about excuse me 15 30 35 40 minutes. There's your secondary rotation developing. I want to take a look at something really quickly. Definitely still got some tight rotation in there. Oh, this stream is not going to go good. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see something. Sorry about that, everyone. My heater was about to come on, and it should not come on because it is really hot in here. So I had to see at some point it got moved to a different temperature. But we are going to continue with this tornado warning here. So your rotation's disorganized a little bit more. That's your main rotation area right here. They will continue that tornado warning. At 4:49, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. If you guys are hearing that ding, ding, like that, that is signaling that there are new warnings. I have to monitor the warning thing that we have right now. That is your rotation right there. I'm trying to get my phone situated right now. But my phone is not cooperating with me. I don't know. Give me 1 second, guys, while I deal with this issue we are having on screen. You guys get to see me do my technical stuff in the background. Yeah. Hey, 1 second. Alright, that should have that updated. Sorry about that. This is our only tornado warning, thankfully. Sorry about that. Rotation's right there. Very weak. Does not exactly match up perfectly. I wouldn't be surprised if they cancel this. Let's go back up to that other tornado warning here. Okay, that's not... This is a very, very beautiful supercell, but you got some outflow. And that's where that 808 down cape comes in. Your downdraft is what produces outflow. Outflow, too much outflow is a bad thing for a storm. Storms breathe in and they breathe out. Outflow is like us breathing out. When you breathe out so much, you're not breathing in enough, bad things happen. That's what this storm. And that is why this has not tried to produce a tornado. I'm actually going to confirm this by mesoanalysis. I am so thankful mesoanalysis is a thing. This one should be right here. I just want to go point values. Down cape is at 711. You have a very decent hodograph here. Wouldn't say it's the most perfect thing. So you got the shear, you got the cape, but you got that downdraft, producing a lot of outflow. We can also see this by this fine line right there. That fine line is an outflow boundary that the storm has made, or a gust front. So there, that's with that storm. Let's go back over to your tornado warned cell. Then we'll take a look at with this is our these are our only severe cells as of right now. I want to remind everyone this area is under a tornado watch until 10 p.m. in the yellow shaded area. I'm going to turn off radar for a second. Your yellow shaded area is your tornado watch. That does go until 10 p.m. I do believe it gets extended into Cameron Parish in Louisiana. So. Have some impressive rotation here. Very impressive rotation there. How far are we from the radar? I'm going to test this. I don't know if it's going to be perfect. Let me make some minor adjustments. It's a little bit of a hail core. So this right here is a very heavy rain and hail core being presented by radar. That's why I like 3D. You can it's easier to visualize. And if I go back over here, if we look right here, we can see we have an inflow notch right there. We have that little indentation right there. That is your inflow notch into your storm. This right here would be your wall cloud. It's spinning. That is a 3D representation of the cell. We can also show this here, although it's a little bit more difficult. Yeah, we're too far from the radar to really see at best. They did just... Let me confirm here. They have downgraded your tornado warning to a severe thunderstorm warning with a, I'd say, a tornado possible tag. No, not even a tornado possible tag on this. So they have canceled your tornado warning. We are tornado warning list as of this time. It's just really good news. Let's take a look at that northern storm in just a second. Okay, that was not what I thought that was. Alright. Stop the playback. Let's take a look at your northern storm. Go up here to Shreveport. That tornado watch is in Shreveport Metro. This one's rotating minorly. It's not going to be able to produce anything right now because of these cells. But if they merge, which they probably won't, are watching that right there as it merges, so that might actually be the problem causer with this cell to give that cell the boost it needs to produce. Let's go to Capo radar really quickly. This cell has, again, has a lot of outflow, excuse me. Too much outflow. Your downdraft is actually really strong with this cell. And we are seeing 1 inch hail up to 1.86, which is a very, that is radar estimated. It is a very considerable hail. It's considerable hail damage if they do upgrade it, and I have a feeling they will. Cell has a really nice updraft from a tower cam way back here. Somewhere in here. Check really quickly. right here. And Opalus. It's got a really nice updraft. So, wouldn't be surprised if it is. Alright, let's bring this into view here. This is going to be Hurricane Melissa. When is this? 1 o'clock, so I should probably be awake about midnight. We might be able to stream the landfall as it goes into Cuba. I'm not 100% sure. It's going to be depending on if I go hunting in the morning with my brother or not. I'd have to get up at like 5 o'clock. So, and this is Category 4 Hurricane. Nice. Category 4 Hurricane Melissa as of this time. Your hurricane winds are still impacting parts of Jamaica. It's going to be your strongest winds right in there. You're still seeing your hurricane force winds up into this area, mostly. So, Jamaica's almost done with the hurricane force winds. I give it an hour or two, and they will be cleared. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, it's going to be on that San Augustine, which takes Cape Power radar. Alright, here's that new severe thunderstorm warning. We again see a hooking on this one. Means you gotta get really good updraft in it. Radar is indicating 2 inches of hail is possible. I'm gonna close that out of that. We do have some rotation here. Very weak, very broad at this moment. Let me switch colors. Very weak, very broad. And then back over here, this cell has an outflow boundary attached to it. Very beautiful outflow boundary. This is the bad thing about this specific color table. If we go to our storm down near the Buna area, see it's got its own outflow boundary as well. There. We do have storms moving off the coast near towards Galveston. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in that tornado watch really quickly. I'm gonna show you guys some images from the hurricane since we have time. This is video of, this is the satellite loop from landfall. You can see how that eye shrinks in the hurricane. I find that very fascinating. You can find this loop on tropicaltidbits.com. I took this while I was at school. I gotta move this back over here so I don't get copyrighted with some of the stuff I've reposted. The eye at this point was about 15 miles wide. This is 10:58. Landfall happened shortly after this. I think about an hour later. You can see it was very circular, and as it started getting toward more inland, it became more oval-like. I might be able to show this. Hold up. I don't know if I'll be able to show it because it's been a while and I'm not a Weatherwise Plus member because I'm broke. I don't want that. I'm just curious if I can show you guys. Nope. Alright. tropical tidbit. Trying to load it for you guys. Okay, yeah, it's not going to let me load it, is it? No. So we're just gonna have to zoom in tight here. This was the hurricane. You can see how that eye wall becomes an oval right after landfall, and then it becomes moist in there. It's a very fascinating loop. And you can see how the pinks and whites really went away. This looked like a perfect saw blade. So, right, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning that will be an extension. So let's go to this. Here, this is going to be on the Kurthwood, Anacoco, and Hornbeck storm. You guys need to go ahead and be inside, away from windows. Winds up to 60 miles per hour, and quarter-sized hail is possible in this cell. So, we do have three. Again, we have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. One is an extension. Usually extensions I don't really count. But again, let's go back to Lake Charles radar. Fiona, go ahead and stay away from windows. Still have some very broad rotation. Starting to uptick again in the last few scans. So, again, that's not a tornado warning at this time. Shreveport, you are under a special weather statement for winds up to 40 and half-inch hail. 40 mile per hour winds and half-inch hail. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. Locations impacted include Shreveport, Bossier City, Blanchard, Benton, Morningsport, Foster's, Uncertain, Dixie, Caddo Lake, Bethany, Ferguson, the Barksdale Air Force Base, Linton, Red Chute, and Lee. I also have a special weather statement for Stonewall. Stonewall, you guys should be fine. The storm's going to be to your south. And another one near center. I need to go ahead and switch after I review this. Back to Capo. Radar. This is not a tornado producer at this time. I do say at this time. It is moving into a little bit of a better environment. And again, bring this over here. Right out ahead of the cell, you got some decent curvature. I'm not going to say it's really the best curvature I've seen. Nowhere near. Then again, we have some really decent cape. Cape is in between the red and the dashed brown. Because there's a lot of dashed lines on here. I'm going to mark it right there. And between that line and your red line is your cape. Your mixed layer cape is at 912. Your down cape has definitely come down at 460. Lapse rates look horrible, as always. And your STP is at 1.0. So STP is significant tornado parameter. I'm not using it to see if there's a strong tornado threat, because there's not really a strong tornado threat. But when you see a value about 0.5 to 1, tornadoes are possible. Most of the time. That website is the SPC Mesoanalysis site. You guys can check it out for free. They have brought that severe thunderstorm warning to only include Jasper County. Yeah, now only includes Jasper County until 5:30 Central Daylight Time. 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. A tornado watch is in effect until 10 p.m. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. At minimum, stay away from windows. Bless May, there's a small hail core. I say small. Bless May and Boona, there's a small hail core for you guys. There's a possibility of 1-inch hail or quarter-sized hail. We do have a hurricane hunter heading into this hurricane. Let's go ahead and check that out. I wouldn't be surprised if they find an uptick to 150-mile-per-hour winds again. I think it's this one. This is Air Force 301. Shout out Pettis, James Pettis. This is the position of the aircraft right now. This is the center of your tropical storm. The center is your hurricane, excuse me. So we'll take a look back at that in about 10-15 minutes. Let's see if we have any traffic cameras in this area. This would be Texas, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be Texas. Cameras. Sorry for any background noise. Yeah, there's nothing on traffic cameras. There's got to be something in Buena, though. Let's see what. Could you not do that at a better time? Well, they have traffic cameras in Buena. They just don't have any good weather cameras, which is what we need. I will probably take a look at Buena web cams pretty soon. So, I'm sorry for any background noise you're hearing. There's a bathroom right behind me. Some rotation up on this broadest cell, higher, way higher up in the atmosphere, about 10,000 feet. Got a strong updraft on that cell. They have dropped the special weather statements on this cell as of right now. I'm going to take a look here at the hurricane hunters are in the hurricane. AF 301. We do have a pressure. I'm going to show this over here. One second, guys. Never mind, I'm just going to show this view. We have a 953 millibar pressure. They did experience 45 up to 55 knots. So they're gonna. So what I figured they're going to do, move up like this, and then like that. That is the normal, kind of normal path for them. Oh, there's got to be traffic cams in here. Considering I don't have a side view for severe thunderstorm warnings, because I usually don't. Because I'm not usually live for just severe thunderstorm warnings, so technically, so I don't have a side view or a dual view. It's either that or that, and I'm not really up for any of them, so I'm gonna have to create one probably tonight. Alright, let's get back to your southern severe thunderstorm warning and show our radar loop of it. Watching the loop of the cell, see how it was tornadic, and now it looks more linear. Kind of looks like an MCS is trying to form off here of it. There we go. There is some damaging wind that is entering Buna at this point. So your strongest winds with radar. And so, wish we had radar in Jamaica. I'm trying to see if that was rain or if that was what I thought it was. And that is what I thought it was. watching this Couchy cell as it moves into the Lumberton area. I do expect probably by Beaumont. It's one of the two. I can't exactly remember. Beaumont. That current bitrate is 0. Audio bitrate is. Oh, I know what that's saying. All right. Excuse me. Back to the Shreveport radar. Did they actually cancel the special weather statements, or is it just GR2? Yeah, it's just GR2. Alright, when's the next update for that? Alright. Because the special weather statements aren't exactly top tier warnings, they are a place file in GR2 Analyst. I have a lot of place files. Actually, because these are single cells as of right now. Ignore what's going on over there. I'm watching a storm chaser. Let me find it. Nice. Excuse me. I'm just curious. These lines, so your pink lines are telling me the environment these storms are in. I like to analyze this to kind of give me a good idea as to what we're expecting from the storm. We have brand new, and there you go. There's that severe thunderstorm warning I was expecting. This goes until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time, and at 5:22, a severe thunderstorm was located near Quincy, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. I can actually see. I like this like way too bright for me. What environment is this cell working with? (1505) mixed layer cape. Not a lot of shear. So, and then in this cell, it's the same thing pretty much, except 1408 joules per kilogram cape. 60.6 knot shear. Not terrible. I do believe we see these cells here merge into a singular line. So we'll see something about like this at some point, I do believe. Especially the way the radar is trending. You guys can see you're seeing that heavy rain start to move into each other. So there's that. Again, new severe thunderstorm warning for Lumberton. Rose Hill Acres, Silsby, Evadale, and Coots. That is not rotation yet. Oh, you guys are in the path of this cell here. This is now severe warning, so let's go ahead and get a storm track here on the hail. Lumberton, it will be near Silsby in 15 minutes. Lumberton in about 22 minutes. In about 35 minutes, it's going to be outside the warning. Rose Hill Acres, go ahead and prepare for some heavy wind. Possibly up to 60 mile per hour winds. Might very well be trying to tighten up there. It's going to be a cell we watch really closely. Nice. I really hope that's not being picked up by my camera. My mic. So again, we are watching this cell here as well near Hemp Hill, Bronson, and Pinelands for an inch hail. Hail core is going to be right here, and maybe a small hail core trying to develop right in that area near Bronson as well. This is going to be taking a southeast track. At 45 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and get a general storm track for you guys. I'm going to just do the center of the storm here. It'll be outside the warning in about 15-20 minutes. Browndale, you guys can get prepared here. If the cell kind of wobbles a little, which cells can wobble a little, they will be, you will get possibly up to some heavy rain, maybe some hail. It's a nice outflow boundary there. Never mind. I was about to say there may be some good rotation because it lined up, but no. Oh, it's just on this radar. Let's go back to Lake Charles. I'm going to turn these off. We are going to be moving closer to the radar as the progression of these cells. I do believe now we can call this a cluster. So this now cluster cell can produce up to an inch of hail and 65 mile per hour winds are possible. Definitely here in the last few scans have definitely seen the rotation there tighten up. Matches with reflectivity as well. So this is going to be a cell again. The next severe thunderstorm warning, I do believe, for Deweyville, Starks, Mercerville, may be a tornado possible tag. I would not be surprised at that at all. Over the last scan, your rotation really has tightened up. Green moving. Horrible representation. Give me 1 second. There's your new severe thunderstorm warning. And there you go. There's that tornado possible tag I was talking about. That just says, hey, the storm is rotating. We are tracking it. It is not enough to be tornado warning. That's what the tornado possible tag is. Excuse me. Alright, at 5:28, a severe thunderstorm was located near Buna, moving southeast at 25 mile per hour, 6 mile per hour winds, and penny-sized hail. And again, that tornado possible tag is in play here. Just over the last few scans, moving that way, reds move that way, right in the center is your rotation. And you may ask, because I've been asked this before, this rotation? No, that is not rotation. So how velocity works, reds move towards, green moves, wait, I got that backwards. Green moves towards, reds move away from the radar, and your grays are kind of just chugging like this. Radar's here, and it's just not really moving away or towards. It's flowing like this, essentially. Well, for a good signature of rotation, you want it to be like this. Reds be here, greens, blues, whatever, be there. And when they touch like that, that's when you have rotation. I'm going to do a video explaining how all that works at some point. I've been working on that as well. So again, minor rotation at this time with the cell. And with this cell, I'm starting to see that rotation's tightening up with both of these. Go back over here to the anacoco cell. Got a supercell. This is a supercell. Hail core in this area producing, excuse me, I'm talking ahead of myself here. Producing up to $0.50 size tail per radar estimate. But with the National Weather Service, they do have it at penny size tail. Wouldn't be surprised if they upgrade that to $0.50 size tail. And that's your updated look. Let's go over to Shreveport radar. We do have 3 special weather statements. I'm going to turn off prob severe. Prob severe objects went down anyways. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a little... Behind that line, no severe weather expected for the rest of the day. Unless I drew over a storm. There you go. I just want to confirm. So here, starting to wrap up. We do have a blip here and a cell here. These are going to merge into this cell here. No, I'm not an artist. I'm just autistic. So please excuse my poor artistic skills. Over here, we also have this special weather statement that goes until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time, with winds up to 40 and pea-sized hail possible. The Capo radar is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. It's been like that for a little bit. And this has a really nice outflow boundary or a gust front. I'm calling that an outflow boundary. They are the same thing pretty much. So I can use them interchangeably. That's the meaning behind those two. Or that's the reason I interchange at times with those. And if we go back to that southern cell here, I have some minor rotation, but it's definitely died off. And that the rotation wasn't enough for the National Weather Service to turn on it, but they did note, hey, it is rotating. A lot of beans on the radar today. A lot of beans on the radar today. Sorry about my side screen. It is going insane right now. Alright, let's go back to coverage. So again, inch of hail within these 2 cells here possible. Excuse me, everyone. I was trying to... I don't know what I was doing there. I'm going to remove that storm track. As we do move closer to the radar, we are going to lose the resolution. But we are going to see some finer details within the outflow boundary as well. So that's pretty cool too. And this is going to be pretty close to the radar now. Outflow boundary is only 777. Sorry, I have to look down to see that. These are... It's got some small lettering there. So. back to Lake Charles on these two cells here while I take a look at X. Also, the World Series is on tonight as well. I plan to have my TV over here. So I have a TV over here, acting as really a third monitor. So I can just watch Storm Chasers, things like that. I'm going to put the World Series on that screen. So something happening in the background I'm trying to listen to. Trying to see if we have anything I can show you guys. Yeah, there is nothing worth sharing. So I got some broad rotation right here in this area. Matches up with radar perfectly. If I wouldn't move the radar. Also for you guys, I'm gonna announce a little early. Me and my friend, who is a moderator here, we have been working on a Discord for you guys where we can convene and have a lot of fun. I'm working on my own server where you can find all of my radars, all place files I use, my color tables, things like that. So we are working on that as well. Something I want to do to open up the community even more than it already is. And also, I am planning on taking storm chasing a lot more serious next year. I already take it serious, but I'm broke right now. And so I'm saving from my job to just storm chase next week. So not next week, next year. So be prepared to see a lot less radar coverage next year and see a lot more infield chasing. Very nice. Again, nice outflow boundary. I am fascinated with outflow boundaries. They are really cool. They can be really cool in terms of temperature as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hurricane hunters inside of... Alright, never mind. I'm just going to show you guys where they're at. I'm probably going to hit it like this and then like that. Unless they're just doing one pass, and I highly doubt they are. Because it's a Category 4 now, it's not the monster it was at some point earlier. So. And if we go to weather-wise, which is very useful. satellite, mesoscale 1. What I like about, and this is one of the reasons I did not pick back up Radar Omega. I dropped Radar Omega a long time ago. Is the what do I call it? Resolution of the satellites. Radar Omega is pixelated. This is not. This is very beautiful. It shows the true view. Radar Omega, I don't personally recommend to anyone. Otherwise, it's the place to go instead. So, let's kind of take a look at band 1. Never mind. Do we have anything? No. I have to go to infrared. Clean. So I was looking at true color. It's becoming nighttime where this storm is, so you're not really gonna have good visibility at night, and the satellite's not illuminating it. There are some platforms like Tropical Tidbits, which I will go to now. Do that. Or I think they do it. Or maybe True Color. Yeah, it's True Color, okay. So you're seeing that night transition now. We're transitioning to the nighttime and over this hurricane. We're still going to have view on it. We have infrared and we have true color. I want to take a look at water vapor before we lose it. A lot of water vapor. Alright, back to infrared. We use infrared to look at cloud tops. How high is it extending? And that's how dry and how moist the eye is as well. And it's just really cool to look at. Alright, let's go back to Lake Charles radar here. And here we go. This has congealed into a line. Embedded tornadoes are possible. We do have this out here. It will become a merger at some point. Probably merging right here into that portion of the storm there. So, again, thankfully, only 4 severe thunderstorm warnings active. Let's go take a look at the other 2. We're looking at that one a lot. Never mind. We only have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. I should have probably looked and said, oh, that one's going to expire. This one, you do have some damaging wind right here. Sorry guys, I'm dealing with some mild allergies, or maybe a cold. I don't know at this point. Definitely some wind behind this, and maybe some hail right in this area here. And we are down to 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. Sorry. I'm about to sneeze though, so give me a sec. They did cancel that one for this cell. Sorry about that. Oh, they did cancel that severe thunderstorm warning for Deweyville. With the wording, the storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer poses an immediate threat to life or property. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. However, gusty winds and heavy rain are still possible with this thunderstorm. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency or call 911 if there's a tornado. Only if. If there's not, search up your local non-emergency number and then call. Or you see a rotating wall cloud, I guess that would qualify as a 911 call. The rotation is no longer on that cell. This is your strongest part of this, the cluster line going into Lumberton right now, Rose Hill Acres areas in that area. Why am I? Again, this is a supercell that is not going to produce a tornado for the time being. And the reason as to why this isn't is because of the outflow. The storm has so much outflow, it's got a gust front, which cuts off moisture, things like that, needed to produce crazy storms. While we're here, let's go ahead and take a look at, I'm personally going to take a look at models. This off season has been horrible for me. There was a chance I was, initially, I don't know when I started posting about it, like a week, 2 weeks ago. Multiple models were picking up on severe weather potential for like yesterday. It died off like shortly after. As of now, the weather's going to remain quiet. Few tornado, maybe a tornado chance. Saturday, November 1st. That's possible. In parts of southern Texas. But other than that, weather will be quiet. Really good news. I have to refill my water. I'm going to have to refill my water pretty soon. So I'm a little tired. Definitely wasn't up till 2 o'clock watching baseball. What time does game come on tonight? 7? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to see what time the game comes on. Yeah, 7 o'clock. Can I pull it on Fox Sports 1? Wait, can I pull it on FS1? Because that'll be amazing. Because I can just watch it in here if I can pull it on FS1. And instead of being a tornado channel, we'll just go into a sports channel. Now we'll keep close tabs on the weather more than the baseball game. But if there ain't nothing in the weather, we'll go into this baseball. No, it's not on FS1. Oh, I thought it would be. Never mind. Might not be able to watch the game. That's okay. This cell is starting to become a really dominant cell. High precipitation cell, so there's going to be a lot of rain falling from this cell. A lot of rain could be falling from this cell here. I want to see if the plane has made its turn back towards the hurricane. Not yet. Not yet, but I figure here soon it will make that turn. Let me make this a lot better myself. Oh, 1 second, guys. I gotta... Alright, there we go. I got that posted. Hurricane hunters have not made the curve back into Melissa yet. I want to go back to Hurricane Melissa. We're dual covering it right now. There is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning as an extension. 1 second. Beaumont, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Orange, Little Cypress, Pine Forest, Vidor, Nederland, and Murrayville. You guys are now under this severe thunderstorm warning. Stay away from it. Excuse me. Stay away from windows. Preferably stay away from outer walls. 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this in. I want to show, from what we had earlier, I do believe we are going to start seeing that eye open up here. And we'll probably be live for the eye as it opens at around 1 a.m. Central. We're going to see potential landfall. Depending on how it trends, is if I'll get up and stream this, because I do have school tomorrow. I also may be going hunting early morning. So depending on how that turns out, as if I'll stream that. We're starting to see. I'm not going to switch radars. Well, I can show this from. No, I'm stupid, guys. This is a composite radar. I want to start incorporating weather-wise into our streams more often. I am trying to figure out a way to do that. So please be patient with me. We're starting to see a line of storms form off here from almost to Quincy. That's your main thing. And then you have a line from Victoria all the way near to Liberty. So, figure how we'll do this. When we're about to start stream, we'll like overlay the outlooks, tornado watches, things like that. Like this. I think that's what we're going to start doing. I don't know. I want you guys to be involved in what we do here as well. I want you guys in it as well. Because I want to maximize the information we get to put out here. And you guys can also help too. We're about to lose. We're about to lose coverage on this cell for a little bit as it moves into this radar dome. So this is the cone of silence. The cone of silence. Give me 1 second, guys. So the cone of silence is this cone right here. This perfect circle. It's where the radar cannot look, or it would be super messed up. This is the one bad thing about being so close to a radar like this, without having a tower. So you see how this is KPO, this is KLCH, KFWS, but you see TDFW and TDAL. Those are terminal radars. I call them towers. Terminal radars at airports. This cell is starting to envelop this cell here as well. And it's becoming more of a storm cell, not a line or cluster. But right now, it is still a cluster. This is one of your 3 severe thunderstorm warnings that are active at this time. One of 2, excuse me. Got confused for a second. This one's starting to get an impressive rotation feature on it just to the southwest of Evelyn. This is going to be something to watch real closely here. And it matches up on reflectivity, so I would not be surprised here if that cell gets a severe thunderstorm warning, a possible tornado warning. Now, you may be saying, wait, I don't see any greens. Well, sometimes you're not going to see those greens on velocity. I don't exactly know how that works. I do know this, however. So you see the brighter, you're brighter here. Yeah, brighter colors on your very darker colors. That is also an indication you have rotation. And I want to show this. From the radar looking down, it slices like that. It's not... Your radar beam's like that and your rotation's like that. It's not... It's parallel with the radar beam. So that's going to be a cell to watch really closely. I want to get the latest velocity scan from the cell before we go back south. Still there, still rotating. Again, it's very broad rotation here that is apparently over Louisiana 340. Okay, now that's rain. Oh, this dude's pretty full. Whoa. So we're gonna watch this cell very, very closely. I'm gonna search X for anything maybe new I can share with you guys. OCRP is closing? There was a tornado near Lakeport, Texas earlier today. Ignore the background noise, that is rain and whatever noise may be from other rooms. Excuse me. So, alright, let's go back to your southern severe thunderstorm warning. We're paying more attention to this because your severe thunderstorm warning is now entering the radar cone of silence, and it's going to be really hard to give specific details for it. So when we're trying to give these specific details, and we're getting over on the radar like this, we're missing data here. We're missing a lot of data here. So, and it's kind of pixelated and broken up because we're so close to the radar. They have special weather statement to that one Starks part of this cluster line, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what to call it. I'm just going to call it line. It's pretty much becoming that. Cluster of cells, I could call it. Put that down there. I do believe hurricane hunters are making a second pass, into this thing. Melissa? That is some moderate rain. The lowest we got is, Melissa. Aircraft recon. I'm just curious about the drop zones. Alright, so this is the drop zones we are seeing. We're seeing 74 knot drop sound. Be about 85 mile per hour there. These are not the exacts. I mean, the winds are going to be a little stronger. That's what that drop sounds. So let's go back north to your Shreveport radar to this formerly rotating cell that has died off. We did have a little bit of rotation on it as it was moving south of Evelyn. Not rotating anymore. That rotation died off, which is really good news. Definitely a heavy rain band here, and a heavy rain to a hail band in that as well. So, this is what we are looking at, heavy rain and hail as your primary threats today. I'm pretty sure it's just hail. You have equal chances for all wind, tornado, and hail, all at 5%. But tornado does have a 2% as well. They have canceled that severe thunderstorm warning. The storm which prompted the warning weakened below severe limits and no longer produces an immediate threat to life or property. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. Though, a tornado watch remains in effect till 10 p.m. So that is the reason behind the cancellation. So, they have canceled that severe thunderstorm warning, and we're down to one severe thunderstorm warning. I do believe it may be worth switching over to the I do believe it is now worth switching straight over to this. I'm going to see how well this works. It does not look good at this time, but I'm going to turn off alerts here. I just want to see how well it is going to be for you guys. I think we're going to focus here on the hurricane, as we only have one severe thunderstorm warning. So, I'm going to switch this over to my personal stream to see how well we are doing. All at some point, definitely, I'll definitely at some point be updating this. I just want to see how clear we come through on my thing. So let me use my phone actually and do this instead. Because I want to be able to hear audio, things like that. See how well we're coming in, especially because my CPU isn't good. That way I can still like monitor other things. Right now it seems to be coming in good. We do have that we are starting to see the banding back into this, so I wouldn't be surprised if that eye starts to dry out just a little bit. It would not surprise me to see that eye dry out and we start seeing that eye back on infrared and other radar data platforms. I don't know if this has it or not. Yeah, no. I know we have something in here. Microwave. I can't remember what it is, but I know we have something for this. Oh, we do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning, so let's take a look at that real quickly. That is going to be an extension for this severe thunderstorm near Woodworth, Forest Hill, Glenmora, and Melder, up towards Heinston and Linder. That is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for penny-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. They have included a tornado possible tag with this as well. Remain alert for possible tornadoes. Tornadoes can quickly develop from severe thunderstorms, so just be aware with this cell here. I don't see any signs of rotation with this yet. Right back here. But we're starting to see this come back through, which just means that eye wall is becoming more organized and better developed. And we'll see a eye like we possibly did earlier. As it makes its way up to Jamaica about 1 o'clock, it is going to, not Jamaica, excuse me, Cuba. I think Cuba. Yeah, Cuba. Guatemala. At about 1 o'clock, it'll be right here. I want to show... there. We're here at Cat 5. We're going to decrease, and we should not... We're not at Cat 5, excuse me. We're at Cat 4. We're still expected to decrease. We're not expected to go back up to Cat 5 to this point. Certainly good news for the people in Cuba. And I want... I'm trying to find a specific... I would say that your hurricane winds are about to exit the Jamaica area. They did cancel that other severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go take a look back here. They did cancel that severe thunderstorm warning for Simpson, Hicks, and Slagle, excuse me. Wow, I butchered that. There's a severe thunderstorm warning. What do you mean there's no active alerts? You broken? Oh, Dear God. Oh, look, let me fix it. This is a data error. You guys are only seeing what you guys used to see. Except it was a lot cleaner. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll leave it as is for now. See if it's doing it over here. I'm guessing data site went down for it. I don't know. I'll have to search it up later. But this is a severe thunderstorm warning. They do have a tornado possible attack, but I'm not fully in agreement with it. Let's go back here to the Hurricane Melissa. This Category 4 hurricane. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I do believe we see that eye wall somewhere in here start to develop, or try to, and probably be fully developed about right here. Can give or take some point in this kind of uncertainty for the wobble the hurricane could make. So, we're now watching Cuba as this gets closer to Cuba as well. It's going to be a very dangerous situation for Cuba. You guys are already seeing some of that storm surge, especially on this side here. It's weak storm surge at this point, but you're starting to see a little bit of storm surge. And back to that severe thunderstorm warning. I'll go back here so you guys can have a better view of things. We are watching this severe thunderstorm warning actively. My thing is, I'm not seeing it on anything I have indicating that this is even a real warning. Sorry if I kind of talk a little low. I try to figure things out about this. Yeah, it's a real warning. Shreveport and Houston has been cut out of that tornado watch. So they have cut out Shreveport in the from the watch, by the way. So certainly good news for Shreveport. We'll keep that radar up just in case things happen on this side, but I highly doubt it, and probably in the next hour. There we go. There we go. There's your severe thunderstorm warning. Took it a little bit to pop up, but it's here. Really good news. I'm guessing data server went slow a little bit. The reason I'm really looking at this right now is because of the fact that at one point the county warning thing, whatever, the thing that says news, severe thunderstorm warning expires in 22 minutes, Louisiana, wasn't showing this. And it is a tornado possible tagged. So, again, this is Hurricane Melissa we are looking at as it heads in towards the Cuba area. I do want to iterate, we do still have that slight risk. Right now, your severe threat is this area here. That's where your greatest severe weather threat is, actually within here. But again, we're starting to see that eye open back up. I say with the next 2 hours, we'll see a fully developed eye. Let's go back to Lake Charles, where they do have special weather statements on both of these as it passes to the east of Beaumont into the west of Lake Charles. But we do have a severe thunderstorm warning, one severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for Glenmora, Forest Hill, Melder, Woodworth, Heinsohn, and Leander. For this cell here, that could be producing up to penny-sized sail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This expires at 6:45. Its current time is 6:24. 6:25. When I say the current time, I look over here to see how many seconds, and then I'll kind of delay myself, but I definitely did not do that here. I have 2 clocks down here, one in UTC, one in Central Daylight Time, so I can get confused a little bit at times. But this is your only severe thunderstorm warning active. And since we're this close to the radar, I think this right here is the perfect time to do this. Never mind. Excuse me, everyone. That's not going to work like I was hoping it would. Ah! I got smarts. I'm smart. Alright. So here's your cone of silence. You see how it kind of slants up from there? You're not seeing directly up. You're seeing at a tilt like this. So when you're this close to the radar, you can't see over like 50,000 feet. At this point, it's literally 25,000 feet we can't see above. And that's because the radar itself cannot tilt that high to be able to cover that. And so you're seeing in the lower levels, but you're not seeing at the higher levels. So that's what's happening there. I hope that helps you guys understand radar just a little bit better and the cone of silence in the radars. take a look at Twitter really quickly, see if there's anything new about the hurricane I can share with you guys. Maybe a video or something I get permission for. They have taken the severe thunderstorm warning away. One second. That warning should go in just a second. That leaves us severe thunderstorm warning list at this current second. So we are going to go back over here to Hurricane Melissa, and we are going to track Melissa at this point. There is nothing really to talk about. No severe thunderstorm warning is active. Ignore the bottom text. It'll update when it wants to. 1 second, I'm saying something. Sorry, one of my favorite songs leaked, so I'm listening to it right now. I just noticed it leaked. There are no active alerts. I wouldn't be surprised if at the 8 p.m. update, the SPC removes that slight risk for tornadoes and drops it down to 2%. I'm not too enthused by the tornado chances. I'm gonna... No, we have it. Let's use it. I am genuinely curious. I have not done this, and I want to see how this does for you guys. You know what? We have the ability to do this. I'm going to do it, guys. Just give me 1 second while I pull it up. So I can see that it's not... I'm actually able to do this without lag or anything like that. Because my GPU isn't the best, so I can overload it easier. Alrighty. That lag is not on you guys, that is on my side. This is 22Z. This is at 7 o'clock. We see those storms are through the Beaumont area, up towards the Clarks area about 7. 8 o'clock, they are going to be at Lake Charles now. They're going to be past Beaumont, Port Arthur. They're going to be moving out of that slight risk. This is 9 Central, 4 hours ahead of time. We see those storms are completely out of that area by 10 o'clock. Let's take a look at your supercell composite, and then we'll take a look at the significant tornado parameter. Now's the time to mention those. I'm looking at this significant tornado parameter not because there's significant tornado chances, because there is not. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. considering we're in a website, I don't really care. I want to show you guys the best view possible. Yeah, so this is the your green area here is the best chance to see hail and the potential of a tornado. So that's what your green is here. This is about where we're at right now. So right here's your best chance of a tornado. Again, this is kind of to kind of make it more accurate as of the time there. This model, this is the HRRR or High Res Rapid Refresh model. You can see about 9 o'clock, it's pretty much out of that slight risk we had. I removed it. And to look at the STP, or the significant tornado, yeah, no, this is very untrustable. That is not happening. Anywhere where you have that yellow, you can see the potential of a tornado, especially from Beaumont to Port Arthur to Alexandria almost. That is your best chance there. But that ain't happening. This is your composite reflectivity right now. Your storms, anything behind this is not really going to be severe. It could happen, but it's very unlikely. Let's go back to the models. And where I get this is the composite reflectivity, or your reflectivity on the weather model does not show any storms behind it. So that tells me, hey, this is it after you lose this. We turn the outlook on, categorical. You can see we're halfway through that slight risk. I say we'll be out of it by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So, and behind this, you're not really going to see any severe weather. Let's go back to your hurricane here, and we're still seeing some progress with that eye reforming. I got it's a clean infrared. Again, we're seeing that. That means your eye wall is becoming more organized and a little bit more intense. So I am going to get a screenshot of this and post this to social media. Follow me on X at KellyRoseWX. That's where if I'm not live for some reason, like I'm at school, you guys will have the latest updates there. And Instagram, where I've actually been posting a little bit more. And that one's at KellyRose_WX. And sometimes on Twitter, you guys will get inside, not Twitter, but Instagram, you guys will get inside storm chases. Right before the storm chase, kind of my plan, analysis, things like that. Haven't done it yet, because there's not really been anything that I could do that with. At 7:37, we are seeing the eyeball starting to appear again on IR. I'm trying to think of how I should word this. A new eye is expected Also, it is National First Responder Day, so thank you to all the first responders. I personally have a few in my family that's first responder, and I'm a first responder soon. Anyways, soon to be first responder. So, so thank you guys, and thank you all to the military people as well that serve and protect this community. But with that, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to be to the north. This is going to be for Ola, and this does have a tornado possible tag, I do believe. Let me post this on right here real quick. Alright, there we go. Do have a intense hail core here. It's definitely a supercell to keep a very close eye on. You have hooking here. And some broad rotation trying to form off of it. Very weak at this time. Again, the tornado possible these. To say, hey, we're watching this as it has rotation, but it's not enough to tornado warn at this time. And that is what's happening there. Well, not a tornado warning. Alright. Back to it. We do have this hail core here. Pretty intense hail core coming from Urania. See all these pinks? This is starting to show that hail starting to pop up there. We do have some rotation here. It's not really the most aligned. I've seen it, but we'll call it rotation at this time. And if I'm right, that... I don't think that's a tornado. I think that's clean air right there. That's got to be clean air. That is clean air, I do believe. I'm sorry if I'm confusing you guys with the language. So this is for the inflows coming in. That's what I believe at this point. It's not with the CC drop that I see, and it's not nowhere near correlated with the reflectivity that tells me that it's not a tornado at this time. But it is something to watch very, very closely. And if we go here, this is the tornado percentage of tornadic debris signature. Tells us, hey, what's the percent? The storm has a tornadic debris signature at the time. And with how it undeveloped here in the last scan, you'd want it to be around right here. And over here, that's clean air. So you guys don't have to worry about that. That, however, is rotation. That is rotation, however, so. And let me go ahead and read this out for you guys. At 6:37, a severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles southwest of Ola. Or 21 miles east of Winfield, moving southeast at 50 mile per hour. This is one of the faster moving cells we've had today. 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Bring this over here, tornado possible tag. I like to show you guys that. where possible. Definitely have some rotation. I would say probably warrants a tornado warning if it continues in the next scan. Let's see the environment it's working in. Well, I'm gonna go here with prob severe objects and hope it's right. Working. Oh, the cape in it is not good. 129, that's gotta be glitch though. 39 knot shear. It's possible to see it go. Take a look at SPC mesoanalysis. Oh, okay, so my ASVAB was canceled. Nice. It's not gonna do it. Alright, let me show you guys this. I personally don't like that, but we're gonna go to the National Hurricane Center real quickly. I'm just curious about the next update. Public advisory 11. I think they'll do a special update soon. With that, there's some rotation here. It's broad, so be aware of that. That's broad rotation. I don't exactly anymore think it warrants a tornado warning, but oh wait, I think I'm stupid. Hold up, am I stupid? I just looked at it a minute ago, and it was updated. I said, hey, that's updated. Alright, let's get to the public advisory. This surprises me greatly. We are a category 3. I'm pretty sure it's category 3 now. Maybe very low end, Cat 4. Yes, Cat 3. I know what I'm talking about. That's just second guessing myself. Maximum sustained winds are at 125 mile per hour, which is really, 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 really good. We are at the minimum pressure of 950 millibar, but we are going to re-strengthen into a category 4 around 1 a.m. So really, that's good that we are now a category 3. I'm just curious. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull this one. Jamaica does not look to be receiving any more hurricane force winds. They are just receiving that tropical storm winds, but probably by 1, 2 o'clock, you'll see that tropical storm winds start moving off of this shore. And when that happens, you guys in Maypen, Manchester, Black River, St. Elizabeth can start getting out. Westmoreland, the tropical storm winds have almost moved out of that area as well. So that is really good news. As we get through, I'm going to go over here to the public advisory. I'm going to read this off to you guys. Powerful Melissa moving toward eastern Cuba. Conditions expected to deteriorate rapidly over the next several hours. This summary of the 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or the 00 UTC. So it is at 18.8 north, 77.2 west. If we go here, this is where it is. This is your eye right here. Maximum sustained winds are again at 125 mile per hour or 205 kilometers an hour. And minimum central pressure of 950 millibars. Again, this thing, when it made landfall, had 892 millibars, so that is definitely really good. Yeah, Melissa is a Category 3 on the hurricane wind scale, with higher gusts again. Gusts probably upwards towards 150, 155, I would say, with this cell. Not with this cell. Oof. With this hurricane. That is certainly good news to see. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. I have not really paid attention too much, and that is going to be this name cell for 6 mile per hour winds and penny-sized hail. Until 7:15 at 6:43, a severe thunderstorm was located near New Lano, or 8 miles southwest of Leesville, moving southeast at 25 mile per hour. We'll take a look at that other cell in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and get the update on this cell. Not cell. Ugh. I keep calling it a cell, but it's not a cell. It's a hurricane. There we go. That's a lot better. All right. So I got some broad rotation in here. Yes. So as of 8, I'm gonna go 750. Melissa is now a cat. I'm gonna say was downgraded to a Category 3 hurricane with 125 mile per hour winds. Central pressure of 950 millibars. However, Melissa is expected to strengthen to a Cat 4. Sorry, you guys are hearing me type and repeat it out loud. It's easier for me to do that, to kind of guess what I'm going to say with 138 mile per hour winds. Sorry about that. It's kind of gotten a little quiet recently. So again, we are now a Category 3 hurricane. I'm posting this onto social media because I am doing live updates, but however, we are going to have to switch. We do have a brand new tornado warning active here. So we are going to go into tornado coverage. The hurricane is now irrelevant. This was just posted as well at 9:52. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over San Luis Pass, or 12 miles southwest of Galveston. So this is your tornado warning. It is moving offshore. So I expect it to be canceled in 5 minutes. It literally only goes for the next 5 minutes, by the way. And so again, we do have a new tornado warning. So if you're along the path of this, you guys need to go ahead and be in your tornado safe place now. Don't wait. Again, do not wait for this here. I'm going to call out some bigger towns in just a second. Although tornado warnings are not showing up here. Oh, I have them turned off. What? Okay, here we go. This is it right here. Treasure Island, you need to be in your tornado safe place, as well as Bay Harbor and Ponte San Luis. You guys also need to be in your tornado safe place at this time. So that's your tornado warning there. Along with this line, this is a front cell. That's some broad rotation right there. Really broad rotation. Wasn't thinking this was going to get tornado warned. That really was not what I thought. Excuse me. We'll check on this other stuff as it makes its way. But nothing over here should do it. Nothing there. We do have a new special marine statement. Water spout possible. No. I thought it was probably water spout possible, honestly. The severe tornado warning only remains in effect for the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds, by the way. Marine warning. If we go back to Cave Ho radar here, we still have a little bit of rotation in it. We still have that hail, the hail in it. The hail has come down, but there's a small hail core there at this time. And if we go back over to the other severe thunderstorm, never mind. They have canceled the severe thunderstorm warning. Storm which prompted the warning, it has weakened below severe limits and no longer poses an immediate threat to life or property. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. So, it's good. It's just the second I say I'm gonna switch to it, they just cancel it and like That is a little annoying. So it's really good though for the people. You got some good inflow into the storms. Got a good mezzo. Alright, let's go take a look at your tornado warning for the last minute. That is active. So after this, it will be offshore. Ooh, may have a fish out. If you know any fish in this area, just to the south of Jamaica Beach. Call them up, tell them, hey, got a possible water spout coming for you. Bikini Bottom emergency. So, in this tornado warning, it's only in effect for the next 20 seconds, excuse me. This is the... It was issued at 6:52, so it was only effective for 8 minutes. You guys get to watch it pop up on radar. Here you go, yeah, it's 6:52 and there's nothing else. Usually you can go back through the warning texts. This is it. There you go, that tornado warning is now canceled again. It's back to a severe thunderstorm warning, it is. So. And your tornado warning has been allowed to expire. So that's really good that they did cancel that tornado warning or let it expire since it did move offshore. If you were just under that tornado warning, you guys can come out of your tornado safe place. They have officially canceled it. But if you're on a boat in that area or you're a fish, take your tornado safe place, I guess. Right here, if you're a fish or on a boat, make sure to not be in this area, especially if you're on a boat. It's a very dangerous situation. You might get a view of it, but I highly doubt it with the time. It's starting to get overtaken by this line anyways. Probably wouldn't want to be boating in that line anyways. So. Hell, the World Series is on. I'm going to see if I can watch it in some way. Kind of cool to watch it while we're streaming here. I don't have antenna in my room, which is unfortunate, or I'd be watching it on my local channel. So again, we do have one severe thunderstorm warning in effect. And this is it, your yellow polygon here, that is your severe thunderstorm warning, and it is for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Okay, give me a second. I gotta sign in to Fox Sports. Sports.com. I guess I'll go here. One second, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to log in to be able to watch this. I know that's the correct login. So give me 1 second. While we only have this polygon, okay, I gotta redo that. Give me 1 second. A little hail core starting to reappear in our manifest. Alright. Hoping it loads, but so I can at least watch the World Series tonight. You guys will get you guys are going to get my opinions on the bro, what? Okay, so I can't watch it. That's just really frustrating. Alright, let's go back to Hurricane Melissa. Alright, I'm gonna pull out satellite as a scale 1. Alright, here we go. We're starting to see those lighter greens in there again. So that eye again has started to open up again. We're seeing the lighter green, means it's drying out. We're going to see that eye come back probably around 8 p.m. If we go back to radar, it's becoming a slop. I'm going to take a look here at this cell. Has a little rotation, but not enough to signal to me something's wrong. So, excuse me. It's literally showing soccer on Fox Sports 1. You know what? I'm gonna watch some college football. There's only one severe thunderstorm warning. They have canceled the special rain warning on this cell. It is now just a special weather statement. So we only have one severe thunderstorm warning that will be expired in 5 minutes. So that's really good news. So your last severe thunderstorm warning, hopefully of the night. This is the only warning. The further this goes near Natchez, the more the less coverage we're gonna have from radar. It's gonna get a little blurry, things like that. And that's the bad thing about being too far from radar. There's positives and minuses being a little further away from the radar. Radar has its cons and pros. So, there you go. That severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire. Has moved out the warned area, therefore the warning will be allowed to expire now. That's certainly good news here tonight. So we don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings. If this continues till about 7:30, we'll probably end. So I can go ahead and watch the World Series. Alright, I'm going to go take a restroom break really quickly. I'll be right back. Give me about give me about a minute. Sorry about that, everyone. I had to go use restroom. That was exactly a minute, too. Wow. But I wasn't expecting it to quite be near a minute or something. I expect, again, like I said, probably 8 o'clock we'd see that eye reform. And there's that eye. They have it in Category 4 at 1 o'clock, and it'll be really close to landfall. We might come back around midnight, 1 o'clock. Because it's going to be... I was going to give away my location. This is stupidity I have. Hurricane. I want HREF parent. Melissa. So 1 o'clock. I probably won't stream it hitting. Considering we really don't have the radars. And with the fact that I have school tomorrow and I'm probably going to be out hunting early morning. So we're probably not going to stream it. We might come live as it hits landfall, but that'll be about it to give you guys an update. One second, guys. Stop falling. Three and out for Texas State against the 6-1 James Madison. There are no severe thunderstorm warnings active. There we go. That's fixed. So, we're just kind of watching college football to my side here. Something I really enjoy doing in my free time. After we end stream, I might end at 8 o'clock. We're going to probably end at 8 o'clock when the new SPC Day 1 comes out. So we can, guys, give you that rundown. And that'll probably be it from me today. Or for now, you'll probably see me live about midnight, 1 o'clock. I do want to note the tornado watch at this time. None of the lag right now is on your end. It is strictly on my end. They have separated tornado watch, so this is what's left of it. I wouldn't be surprised if they cancel the watch early. Alright, back here. This is a very impressive storm. Tomorrow, as we get stuff from Cuba, you guys follow my Instagram, Twitter. You guys will have updates. With that, yeah, I'm gonna try to get access to this video. So I'm trying to get access to use this footage. To kind of show you guys the level of devastation. Jamaica Public Services Company that serves over 700 people, major power outages across the entire grid. That is to be expected with this storm. Um, um, so I'm waiting to hear back for you guys. So I'm sorry if I'm looking down at my phone. I'm trying to get you guys the latest information. And I don't really want to take up this screen. I'm not using this screen either. First and goal for James Madison. So again, we're starting to see that structure come back in this hurricane. Melissa here. Before I dox myself again. I've done that a few times in stream. Your hurricane force winds are no longer affecting Jamaica per the Storm Prediction Center, but you got that these tropical storm winds still affecting those areas. I think we already covered this, didn't we, at some point? False start against James Madison, knocks him back 5 yards. Replay second or third down. Can't remember. So I'm trying to get you guys the latest from Jamaica. No guarantee I'll be given permission. There's, again, no guarantee, but we're trying for you guys. Yeah, I definitely know I'm not going to be able to use that. Yeah, we're going to see this. The eye is coming back. Okay, we do have permission to use the footage. With a sure. This footage is credited to Sanity 7876 and the Black River Fire Brigade. I'm going to make sure this has no horrible audio for you guys before I share this to you guys. But this is Black River in St. Elizabeth. You can see a lot of the damage And thankfully, a lot of these structures here are concrete as well. You can see a lot of the debris just scattered here in the road. This is from St. Elizabeth. I'm going to point that off for you guys real quickly. Right in this area. This is right here, Black River. So this is Black River right here. This is where this video is being taken. I can go ahead and show the audio because there's not really any words. So I'm gonna shut up so you guys can listen. Listen how the wind is still roaring. I'm gonna take this main screen. I mean, look at all of the debris just scattered in this area here. I mean, I'm at a loss of words at this time. Got some tree damage back there. These trees are not going to have leaves, obviously. This is incredible footage coming from Sanity876 on Twitter and the Black River Fire Brigade. That's who we're crediting to this. I mean, look right here. You can see where some of that wind knocked this thing down. What is that? I'm gonna do some analysis. Since we don't have a single warning, I'm just going to do some analysis on this really quickly. It's a power pole with looks like a metal box, like at one of those crates or something in this area. It's some tin, and you can see how some of that wind has knocked that down right there as well. I'm gonna mute that, and all of the debris just scattered here in the road. All of the damage right there. That is mind-blowing. Alrighty. Again, credit to the Black River Fire Brigade and Sanity876 on X for allowing me to use this footage on stream. Back to hurricane. Again, we're starting to see the eye wall become more defined. James Madison scored a touchdown while we were doing that stuff. That really became secondary as to what we were watching. Gonna make sure to tell him thank you really quickly. This is what I do when I'm looking at my side screens like this. I look over there. Alright, I'm going to ask for permission because we're not going to show footage without permission unless I have the permission already, but I didn't for this case. I'll type thank you in a little bit. This is currently Melissa here. I would expect it becomes a Cat 4 at the next update. Phase mask against James Madison. Automatic first down, 15-yard penalty. Alright, I'm gonna check the score for the Oh, that just fell off its hook. There we go. This is impressive. I'm going to be on my side screen doing some stuff really quickly that I got to get done just real quick. Give me a few minutes to get this done. Alright, I'm going to switch back over to these real quickly because I gotta edit something real quick. Okay, I know where I need to clip. And we're starting to see that blue start to come back in here. Alright, I'm done with that for a little bit. Alright, I'll probably get that footage edited soon. We only have one special weather statement as of right now. And yes, that is true. And it is outside of that tornado watch. Let's go back over to weather-wise here. We're going to show that footage again in just a second. So don't worry if you missed it. Yeah, that cell's not going to do it. Alright, we're going to show that footage one more time just to kind of reiterate what is expected. This is where they really didn't even have an eye wall. They just had a eye. They had the eye wall, not the eye itself. Again, this is credited to Sanity 876 and the Black River Fire Brigade. This is an emotional watch. Thankfully, there's concrete structures. You can see all this debris strung out. In this area, you can see over here the trees, things like that. This is definitely heart-wrenching to watch. Just look at some of the damage. You can see back in here, there's still a lot of damage. Windows are blown in that area, so again, just wow. Again, a special thanks to Sanity 876 and the Black River Fire Brigade in Jamaica and on X. Thank you for allowing me to use the footage to iterate this. And here we go. The eye, you guys can see we have a lot better structure in this eye than we did just... I want to show this. This is... You can see how that eye is starting to reform here over the last few, which is structure-wise really cool. It's bad because it shows that this hurricane is strengthening again. James Madison touchdown. Makes it 13 zip with 4:16 left. Dodgers, Blue Jays 0-0 mid-second. Oh! That's not finished yet. I hadn't finished that yet. Wow, this is, to me, really impressive. What we're seeing from the eye again, you know. We can clearly define the eye. I wouldn't be surprised if the SPC updates day one early. We do have a new special weather statement, though. I'm going to take a look at that. It's on one of these cells. Let me see which one it is. 14-0, 4:16 left in the first quarter. Okay, it's going to be on this other one here. It's got a lot of lightning in it. We can see we have this outflow boundary here situated. Or that gust front there. This is not probably, I do not think it's going to be tornadic at any point here. Texas State's going to return it to about the 22. Oh, Vanderbilt, Texas, Georgia, Florida, and Oklahoma, Tennessee. It's going to be interesting. This Saturday is so good. Yeah, I'm a sports fan. You look at my Instagram, you'll sometimes see I post sports. So, what would you guys think if I made a YouTube channel for sports? Mostly college football, Basketball, maybe some MLB. I'm not as big as the MLB as I am on other things. Yeah, so, as I thought, I don't know if it's on here just yet. No, it hasn't updated here yet. Give it a few, we'll see that update pretty soon. I'll show you guys the update when it comes through. I want this. I mean, very beautiful eye starting to form off here. Probably post about it about 8 o'clock. When you see this slight go away, means the 5% tornado risk is also gone. So we're gonna end when we can get that for you guys. Definitely really good news that the tornado threat has decreased. We've covered a few tornado warnings today. We've missed like 2, I think. Try kind of driving home from school and getting ready for the stream, eating, things like that. I don't want to really eat on stream much. We're just waiting on the day 1 to hit radar weather-wise, which is what we are looking at right now. 2 years ago, we would have been using radar Omega. I still have like the thing for like radar Omega down here, but I don't use it anymore. My personal opinions about radar Omega, I'm not going to state them publicly. If you've been on my Twitter, you know my opinions on radar, or Instagram even. You know my opinions. Waiting for it to update. Figure it's not going to update for a little bit. Let's go back to radar on this storm. It's got a nice inflow notch, but it's not going to produce because you got that outflow there feeding in. Really nice outflow too. All right, here we go. This is your new tornado risk here. Never mind. This is your new severe weather threat. They have removed that slight risk, so your tornado threat is no longer 5%. It is 2% in this area. They did extend that tornado risk just a little. We'll come back to it when they update when it updates the tornado risk. Okay, there you go. Just as I leave it to. So any of these cells have a chance to produce a tornado warning or 2 as we go throughout the day. As we go back to the wind, what about hail? In this green, the dark green area, that's where you're expecting your severe weather. Hail and wind. There's your wind here, the updated wind. 5% wind. So wind and hail right now are your primary threats. We're going to let the hail update really quickly. There it is. That's the update we were looking for. So, again, that's your hail, wind, and tornado risk. They're pretty much the same almost. Alrighty, with that in mind, everyone, the tornado threat has really decreased here in the last few. We're watching Hurricane Melissa. We may come back later to cover it as it makes a brief landfall here. I won't be able to stay live for long, probably like an hour. So we'll probably go live around 12:30, 1 o'clock. And then once that eye starts hitting, we'll go ahead and stream it. I definitely can't stream as like I did today, but and if I don't get to stream, I'm sorry. It's not. I'm trying to, but I may not be able to. All right, thank you guys. Oh well, my mic muted. I didn't mean to do that. Ugh, sucks. You're starting to see it back. So, go follow my Twitter. Show my Twitter really quick without doxing myself. This time. Nice. I've doxed myself a few times before. This is my Twitter. It says Weatherman. I'm gonna have to update it again. I had to. No. So. And I continue to dox myself. So this is my account. Oh, there you guys go. You guys follow that for any updates I post. Alright, without that, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for sticking with me for the stream today. We're going to start streaming, hopefully, these lower end events. I'm getting back into the mindset to be able to stream again. There for a while, I don't know if you guys saw, our streaming took a little hit. I was more focused on a lot of other things. And I'm finally unburnt out, because I was so burnt out from 2024. I really had no stopping in streaming from the transition to 24 to 25. And so the burnout was real. We're back, stronger than ever, and the burnout's not going to come as easy because I plan to change things around for the stream. Yes, we're still going to have long form coverage of over whatever we need to go. But we are not going to keep the same. I'm going to announce some things for you guys. Usually we focus on if there's a tornado on the ground, we focus on that. That's no more. Yes, we'll pay more attention to that, but we'll also pay attention to the other tornado warnings. I've realized, and I've been critiqued about this, that I need to also look at the other tornado warnings. I'm trying to be better than what I am right now. And so when you guys see something you guys don't like in the stream, please let me know. And I'll go through and see what I can do about it. Alrighty, thank you guys for tuning in. Expect to see uploads pretty soon as well. I keep coming up with these announcements. Alright, I will see you guys next time. Peace out. We're gonna be all right. A little bit out, we're gonna be all